clinched a place in the playoffs today. First thoughts after that?
Yeah, first objective achieved. We won a lot more. We want to keep pushing. We wanted to win tonight. We wanted the 3 points, and it wasn't possible. But also, it's a good point that now you're telling me it gets us into playoffs. I think it was October 3rd last year when you and I spoke at RGV, and it was a sad day, man. It was a day that is forever going to be marked because a year ago we found out that we didn't have an opportunity to play in the playoffs. It's been now 12 months of a lot of work, 12 months of a lot of sacrifice, 12 months of a lot of changes, and also 12 months of a lot of resiliency. Tonight is an important point. We take it. We want to keep winning. We want to keep focusing on performances. We want to keep making sure that the team stays strong in every single aspect that there is, and we want to keep moving forward together. Tonight is important. Tonight we should all celebrate, and we want to start thinking about New Mexico tomorrow.
Profe, ¿qué se siente, bueno, la victoria y tener una plantilla extensa que, bueno, vea la banca y entre jugadores como Nick Cuello que cambian el partido?
Es importante poder tener profundidad. Es importante no solo tener la profundidad, sino que los jugadores estén entrenando bien. Si el jugador se entrena bien, si el jugador se exige, si el jugador entiende su puesto y posición, que es lo más complicado para un jugador profesional, cuando no le toca salir de principio y todavía puede ser resiliente y sigue trabajando por el bienestar del grupo y por su bienestar también individual, se les da oportunidades. Y si tenemos jugadores que están pasando por buenos momentos, pues los vamos a utilizar. Y hoy fue el caso y se nos dio bastante bien. Y nada, muy contento por Emi porque no ha bajado la cabeza desde el día 1 y al principio contó con muchísimos minutos para nosotros y tuvo una lesión que lo mantuvo afuera por varios meses y no ha sido fácil para él desde que volvió. Nunca bajó la cabeza y se sigue entrenando bien, es un gran compañero y se lo merece.
As you look at the first half again, it was another one of those first halves. I think we've seen quite a few of them this season where it's quite cagey. Neither side really having that many chances. Why do you think we've seen so much of that this year?
I just think I think the league is getting better. There's better players in the league. I think there's coaches that are studying games a lot, and it becomes big tactical battles. That's the answer that I can give you. I know that someone that is home and someone that paid a ticket probably is looking at the goals, the shots, the action, and all of that, which we like it too. I like it a lot as well. But there's also a lot of things that go into before you get to a shot is how you're building out of the back. Are you sustaining possession? Are you able to pin the other team back at times? And then also, listen, if the other team is not generating chances or taking shots, we must be doing something defensively as well in order to avoid that. This is a team that has a lot of offensive power. This is a team that they lost versus Colorado and then they lost versus San Antonio. But if you watch both games, I don't think the scores reflect what the games were. So tonight we played a very good team that I think is still in a clear ascending curve, even though results haven't gone their way. When you shake the coach's hands on the players, they're not even worried about it. They know what they have, and this is going to be a contender this year. So tonight was, again, I understand what you're saying about that first half, but at the end of the day, if the other team is not creating, we're also doing something defensively. We should have been better, Owen, especially that final pass in the final third. When we were able to move them and at least play in their half, I wish we would have been a bit more patient on that final pass in order to be able to move them again and force them to defend, at least make them feel uncomfortable. Sometimes you're not taking shots or you're not threading behind, but if you start making the other team feel uncomfortable, then they start making mistakes as well. So I think that's the next step for us is if we're not going to be generating a lot of shots because the other team is also doing a good job, how uncomfortable can we make them feel? Can we move them more side to side? Can we pick the better decision on that final third? I think that's something that we need to work on and that we will work on, and I can guarantee you we're going to keep getting better.
When John's header hit the outside of the post, do you think maybe not your night?
Yeah, no. To be honest, no. I was calm. I was calm on the sideline. Like I just answered in Spanish, is we have the depth in order to make substitutions and be able to transform, be able to adapt, and get better off the bench. not just put quality, but also put a lot of energy on the field. And when the players train well, when the attitude of the players is it's a good attitude, when there's a healthy locker room, and we have great weeks of training, it gives you that confidence in the sideline too, that you know that you're still in the game until the last minute and the last second. And I know the first half, like you said, we didn't generate a lot of chances, but the hard effort and sacrifice that these boys put in today is something that should also be looked at.
And how often do you see Emmy hit those?
It is, and we see it a lot in training. We see it a lot in training, and that was one of the reasons to sacrifice Jose. That was controlling tempo of the game for us. Also, he was on a yellow card, but as if they switched to a back five, and if they were going to sit deep to try to take care of the lead, it was going to give us more space in front of them. And the more space we have, if we're not finding spaces to get behind them, we're going to have to shoot from distance. And Emmy was going to give us that. So, again, I'm very, very happy for him. I think he deserves it. And I also think he's fought a lot for it. So I think we're all going to be very, very happy for him.
Porque tuvo mucha posesión también durante el partido, debido también puede ser al regreso de Renzo Zambrano.
Sí, Renzo creo que volvió bien, conectó bastantes pases con José. El primer tiempo pudimos haber sido un poquito más dinámicos, yo creo. Por momentos nos costó el viento, que acaba de parar, pero ya lo vieron como nos dificulta a veces jugar, como queremos jugar. Pero los chicos trataron y trataron, se equivocaron varias veces y no dejaron de tratar. Y eso para mí es importantísimo.
La clasificación a playoffs, ¿cómo se siente eso?
Se siente bien, se siente bien. Hoy es un buen día para todos. Tenemos ahora que enfocarnos la semana que viene. Queremos ganar de local, tenemos que ganar de local. Sé lo que ese partido representa para todos nosotros, sé lo que ese partido representa para nuestro grupo de gente que nos apoya, y es un partido sumamente importante la semana que viene en el cual te puedo garantizar que ya estoy pensando en él.